Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling blessed and safe and high vibrational. Now in this video, I'll be connected with the energy. We'll be connecting with an energy. And we'll be connected with the energy of Albert Einstein. I'm not 100% sure on what we will be bringing forward or what we will be speaking on. However, I have been feeling his energy over the last couple of days. And it's not really like feeling his energy in terms of him giving me any intuitive message or a direction of where we're going to be led in this reading, in this connection. But I was just feeling him in terms of his name constantly being pushed in my mind. And a couple of weeks ago, I was seeing his face on like social media. I was seeing him pop up on TV. So I knew I was likely going to end up channeling him. Now, Albert Einstein is a Pisces just like myself, so I don't know, there's always some form of connection that I end up being aware of with these energies that I connect with. Now, with Albert Einstein, I pulled a couple cards from the Kyle Gray Keeps of Light deck to just get a feel for the energy, see if there's any other supporting energies that wanted to come out, and one of the cards that came out was Mother Gaia. She came out of the deck. Earth connection. Obviously Gaia is one of my main guides, but also we have the energy of Lord Shiva, Kuthumi, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, and also Archangel Michael. These energies are also presenting themselves, but these are more so in terms of giving a message or just giving us more of a direction of what the read's about. Now this was giving me an energy of Einstein, but now I remember literally just as I was about to say that, it was like this is his younger self. I'm getting something to do with when he was younger, he was actually quite fit, or for some reason I'm getting this energy of swapping the physical body for the mind, or deciding to change and go to that of the mind, getting captivated in the mind, something to do with being captivated in the mind. But just before I continue, on this channel I also channel the energies of Mother Gaia, some Ascended Masters, some celebrity energies, as well as the 12 signs of the Zodiac. I also do some readings for light workers as well. Okay, so with these two cards, I was also getting the energy of Krishna consciousness. Christ consciousness is also coming out in this read with this card. Okay. I'm feeling Einstein already. And what message I'm hearing is he's saying obviously yes. He's saying to be in the mind is where invention is where invention begins, where invention starts is in the mind. He's saying it starts before the mind, before getting in the mind. He's showing me that invention starts when one decides to take spiritual solitude seriously. Invention begins when you make that decision, not when you actually quiet the mind and then you begin to have ideas. He's saying invention begins way before that. Invention begins when you decide to go within. There's something about in that decision you are putting yourself on course. And everything is a part of the creation or the manifestation of this invention. So invention starts from the very beginning, from when you make the decision, or he's saying invention even starts from birth. Because everything, okay, he's presenting it as, say if I was to create something right now, in this moment, I'm creating this video, that's my invention, let's say the video is my invention. Everything that I've experienced leading up to this moment of me creating this video, this invention, is a part of the creation of this invention. So it's saying like, okay, he's saying you are creativity. We are creativity. Creativity is expansion, and we are expansion. We are illumination. We are light. He's saying we are gold. He's saying that something about like he was able to transform the world in his communication, in the expression of his thoughts or emotions. This doesn't, like, I don't know if it's going to make sense, but he's saying like, I'm getting this feeling of his thoughts and emotions got translated into maths, equations, puzzles, inventions, creations. I don't understand. I do understand, but I don't understand because I'm being shown maths and his emotions. It's almost like when you working out emotions, he's working out his emotion. Sorry, when he's working out maths puzzles or seeing these maths puzzles in his mind's eye or whatever. Sorry, these equations. It's something to do with his emotions. It's connected to his emotions, but it's almost like it's expression, it's creativity, but maths and science kind of. But I'm being shown it's the same as just creating art. Art is an equation. Art is geometry, sacred geometry, shapes and patterns. Maths is patterns and equations. He's saying it's all one and the same, expressed differently. I'm not sure if this is all going to make sense to everybody, but I just have to express what comes and how it comes. I'm getting this energy. There was a shield of protection around him, anointed. Okay, I'm getting anointed for his wisdom. He's saying some come to earth already blessed, and some get blessed while being on earth, for who they become whilst they was on earth. Okay, I'm getting the collective, and I don't know why this is also coming through with this card. The collective blesses people, individuals who do for the collective. Albert Einstein has been blessed by the collective, by us, by we. I'm hearing by the we. He's saying Tesla too. He's showing me I can't remember what his name was, but I remember watching a video on him. He's an Asian man. I'm not sure like which specific kind, but he something to do with maths as well. He was really good at maths, or just I think he like channeled maths equations or something like that. But he's showing me him too. He's saying like on an intuitive level, collective intuitive level, we all know who's putting in the work, who's not putting in the work, who is kind of helping Earth rise, helping the human race rise, helping just consciousness rise. It's like on an inner level, on a subconscious level, on an intuitive collective level, we all know who is doing these things, who is putting in the work, who is adding to the light. Even if it's not in front of our face, even if we don't know the names of these people. And on a collective level, we bless these people. I don't know how it happens, but there's something that we bless them. He's saying, how do people become like ascended masters, or how do people become deities? How do humans become deities? Because the collective has blessed them, the collective has anointed them for their wisdom, for their contribution to earth whilst they've been a physical being. There's something about Einstein being anointed. I think I already did obviously say that, but there's something about him being anointed, being blessed, and possibly even being an ascended master. I think we should pull from, I'm hearing Doreen Virtue for some reason, so let's just pull from Doreen Virtue. Love and Light Oracle, sorry, not Love and Light Oracle cards, but just Love and Light cards. I'm not even sure that these are to be used for like channeling and readings, but I feel that I can. And anyway, let me just carry on, sorry. Patience is its own reward. Crown the year with a bountiful harvest. Even the hard pathways overflow with abundance. Shine your inner light brightly. The city has no need for sun or moon, for the glory of God illuminates the city, and the Lamb is its light. It's like, see the world and see that the world is you. There's something about the world is just waiting for you to shine your light on it, for it to become yours. There's something about you have to claim the world. You have to claim your world. You have to claim your earth, your reality, your experience. Einstein's saying like he claimed his. He's saying a lot of his work is about co-creation again. Going within, bringing forward knowledge. Okay. He's saying that anybody, like any scientist, any person that is an inventor, anybody that creates, and really this is all of us, we all create, we all use the mind. But he's saying that anybody that is in these kind of fields, they are co-creating with the universe. And not just co-creating with the universe, but they are connected more than they realize. He's saying anybody that is like a scientist or an inventor or develops things that like the masses then use, so like the people that come up with the facts basically, he's saying like they are channeling, a lot of them are channels. He's saying a lot of us channel. A lot of times we are channeling. Wow. He's also saying, and this is coming through with this card as well, that a lot of the time we're channeling our higher selves, also our lower selves. He's saying like there's really no point where we're not channeling or we're not connected to the, I want to say the verse, like the multiverse, but I just want to say the verse. There's no point where we're not connected. We're just channeling different parts of ourselves, or we're just channeling ourselves from different perspectives or different facets or a different angle. I can't really say, but it's like we're always just channeling ourselves. For some reason, I'm getting like, and it came through as God, not Christ or a Christ energy. It's like there are some people on earth that when you meet them, they give you a vibe that they are God. or like they have an energy of like their God, or even just an energy of their Jesus, but energy did distinctly say God, not Christ or Jesus, but they're just examples I'm giving. And some people would just be like, oh, I imagine, like someone actually said this about me to my mom, that the way he speaks, he reminds me of how God would speak. And it's like, it's not that this person is God or that I'm God, it's just that I'm, okay, energy saying that able to channel all of myself in particular moments. So they're not saying that I'm always channeling, like, or just always within my wholeness 100,000% of the time, but there are moments when I'm able to be completely in my wholeness and express that. And that is kind of an energy of God, a vibration of God, a vibration of Christ consciousness. For some reason, it's like they're not saying that Christ and Christ consciousness and God are not one and the same, because they are, but they're just saying like in the way that the message needs to be expressed, the God part and the Christ consciousness needs to be separate. I don't know why. They're saying words and how people feel things. Words change how people feel things. What would they shine your inner light? It's like what we were saying about going within. Going within, and he was able to go within and find like knowledge and wisdom and bring that out and share that with the world. He says knowledge is its own reward. It's like he's also saying that knowledge is the real justice, because knowledge is like not knowledge is wisdom, but right now energy is connecting knowledge and wisdom together, and that when you have the wisdom, there's not like a requirement for justice, because with wisdom comes understanding, with wisdom comes knowings and truth, if that makes sense. So there's no need for you to look towards justice, or look towards karma, or look towards the universe for a particular outcome or a desired outcome, or to punish anything, or, you know, to make things right. He's saying that we are all most powerful when we are most knowledgeable. The more wisdom we have, the more power we hold. There's also something about having wisdom and being creative. Like the more wisdom you have, the more creative you can be. But they show me that on two scales, because they also show me that people that have not no wisdom, but just some people that can be, I want to say slow, or just even some people that may have certain, what's it called? Not a disability. I find the word, but it's like just people who may have their own particular struggles that may not necessarily be the most intellectual. It's almost like they also have a blank canvas to be able to create freely. But it's like when you have a little bit of knowledge, it can be a bit restricting. But when you fully kind of embrace wisdom, or there's something about, it's about opening yourself up to everything and all knowledge and all kind of possible truths when it comes to information and wisdom and even religions. And it's something about that then enables you to like burst with creativity. But they also show me the in-between. People who have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of understanding, are stuck. We get stuck. It's like when we don't have enough understanding, we get stuck. He's also saying when you have too much understanding, you get stuck. It's overstanding that you need, and he's linking overstanding to wisdom. that's when you free and blossom. Or being at a blank canvas because there's no expectation. He's saying when you get to a certain level of wisdom, it's almost like having a blank canvas because you lose your expectation of everything, because you realize and know that everything is true, or everything has truth, or in some way, shape or form, something can resonate as true and also be false at the same time, but therefore you're able to be neutral and have everything on a blank canvas, if that makes sense, and express from that point. There's something about he was able to neutralize himself or his thoughts or his beliefs when it came to like, I'm not 100% sure what he did, but I want to say science. I know that sounds so stupid, but because it's Einstein, but yeah. Okay. Let's pull one final card. And I feel like this has been a little bit short, but I was just hearing like channeled message that maybe that means to channel the message. What we'll do, we'll pull one final card from the Good Tarot. And it's weird because I don't normally use tarot with these channelings, I don't think. Five of Fire. This is kind of all about the mind, contemplating, but also being surrounded by the guides, the angels, being supported by the universe. For some reason he was able to see, he's going straight back to the message about being a blank canvas or having too much, or having enough wisdom. And he's saying like he was able to go and draw wisdom from his child's years and but as well as his older years. It's like throughout his whole life he was, I want to say, drawing wisdom. I just feel like there was no point really in life where he wasn't contemplating something, where he wasn't in his mind space. He was always in his mind. And for me, it feels like he didn't even fully understand of course he most likely understood the power of his mind, but it's like hindsight is also very powerful, and hindsight gives you a chance to really actually reflect and actually see how something was. Sorry, I think I should just channel the message, but it's like he wasn't aware of how special or unique or powerful or what he was bringing to the earth was, or how transformative the things on his mind were. I just get a sense of naivety. It's like he came to earth as a not naive, but just slightly immature. I don't know. But what I'm getting is that with these little wings, and then he became this ascended master. These huge wings. Okay. Let's close our eyes. So I'm just going to close my eyes and connect with his energy and bring a message forward from Albert Einstein. Peace and love. The ozone, the time zone, the eye of Horus, the eye of wisdom, the eye of truth, the all-seeing eye, the all-seeing eyes. Why the eyes? Why not the mouth? Why not the ears? The all-seeing eye, the all-seeing eyes suggest the eyes see words, suggest that the eyes somewhat hear words. The all-seeing means that nothing goes unnoticed. So words, vibrations, feelings, emotions, even that of what is hidden, is seen by the all-seeing eye. Why the eye? Why the eyes? Questions provide opportunity for fruits to blossom. Questions provide space and time for wisdom to be questioned, for wisdom to be discovered, for knowledge to be sought, for truth to be understood. It's important to question. Questions bring about inventions. Questions bring about transformation. Questions bring about change. Questioning often brings about justice. Questioning brings about healing. Sometimes we have to go back to a space where, back to a time in space, back in a time in our mind space where we didn't quite understand what was happening or why something was happening or what we were meant to learn or gain. And we are meant to go back to these times. We need to go back to these times to uncover and question so that we can heal and grow and transcend and transform. There was no point in life where I wasn't seeking knowledge or understanding. I was always in my mind space. So from a child, I was constantly asking questions. Why this? Why that? Why did I have to experience this? Am I a good person? Am I bad? Why me? Why her? Why this? Why that? How can I improve this? How can I improve that? Asking questions about the universe, people, planets. Within myself, asking these questions. And I continue to do this throughout my whole life, asking questions, contemplating things. That's how answers and equations and formulas were made. By questioning, by not just questioning in terms of from an educational standpoint, from an academic standpoint, from questioning about maths or how would I solve this or how would I solve that. But a lot of these equations and inventions and information and knowledge came from just questioning life itself, questioning people, questioning things I had experienced. True wisdom comes from experience. True knowledge comes from experience, not from a book or a TV program, but from lived experience. Every lifetime, every moment, every day here on Earth, on another planet, is all within you, is stored all within you. It's It's just about taking the time to access this information, to access your records. Seek spiritual solitude and access your records and bring forward truth, bring forward light, bring forward your own formulas that could very well be labelled and named after you. We all have inner light to give, inner knowledge to live, inner knowledge to give, inner wisdom to share. But you have to be willing to go within to find it, to draw it out of yourself. We can all be something, we can all be somebody, we can all be. We can all do great for our times. I thank you humbly for listening to me, for being here with Benji. I thank you for your time in this space. I send you love, peace and love. Ashe. Okay, so I thank you for joining. Before I just finished, I was getting the message I wanted to express something to do with the Sacral Chakra. So if you're watching this, there may be a need for you to just address your Sacral Chakra. But again, I thank you for watching. I thank you for being present. I send you my gratitude and my respect. Peace and love. Ashe.